Welcome to Chessman TV, episode 217. Today is February 25th, 2016, and we're having another puzzles day. I'm having a lot of excitement. That's correct grammar. I'm having a lot of excitement about these puzzles. I can hardly speak in complete sentences, but we're going to solve chess puzzles today, and the live viewers are going to win some prizes if my change tip bot works, otherwise not. We're going to try to give away some prizes to the fastest solvers of the chess puzzles today, but we'll also solve some puzzles ourselves. Let's go to this website here. Where am I? There I am. lichess.org, that's lichess.org, and see some puzzles here. So click training, which is, of course, hiding behind my epic logo. Let's see if the change tip bot is in the chat. So here's a puzzle. I crashed my rating. As you can see, let me scroll down a little. Down here, I messed up some puzzles and lost 60, 70 points. That's 70 points by mistake, so that's too bad. That's very bad. Why isn't the change tip bot in the chat? It does not bode well. The change tip bot is not in the chat, so I'm going to have a super hard time giving away the prizes. That's too bad. So it looks like this is checkmate. No, it's not. Okay, so let's solve this puzzle. You guys have had a moment to look at it while I gazed at the change tip bot, but I'm super disappointed that that isn't working. I wonder if there's an easy way to solve that. So obviously the rook lift is looking good. The check is the first thing to look at in this puzzle, but the check doesn't do much. If knight up, king here, and then there's no further interesting check. I guess there's this, but that loses the knight. So I'm interested in rook up here. If he takes my knight, like with one of these moves, then I do have this checkmate. So I think rook e3 is best. Puzzle failed! No! Another 20 or 30 rating points gone. Well, let's try it again. Let's try the check instead. Oh, best move. Nice. And now, do I just win the rook for free? Well, that's a stupid puzzle. I was trying to checkmate him, and I didn't score a rook for free. Stupid puzzle. So I'm interested, though. Whoa, where am I? What's wrong with rook e3? I guess the bishop blocking just doesn't win immediately because it's guarded by the queen. Well, that's so disappointing. So disappointing. We're going to try one more here. Let the viewers kind of trickle in. But I also really want my change tip bot to work. So let's go to change tip, and because I want to give away prizes. You can't see what I'm doing here, but I'm on another browser that you can't see. So this is the obvious move, but it's guarded by the queen. Here's another obvious move, but it is prevented by the queen. But this is called overloading. The queen can't do two things at once. Either she stops the checkmate or she stops the back rank mate. This is not back rank, but whatever. They're both checkmates. And I think I could do them in either order, but I'm going to go with this one first. Look how awesome this is, right? The other way, the bishop blocks, maybe you have a problem, but this way now, the queen is pinned, cannot block that or move. So beautiful checkmate there we found. Interesting combination where you're threatening two things. The queen is guarding both, but she can't really deal with both. So that was a fun puzzle. The next one, first thing I look for is check. So we've got the knight check like this. Both of those look particularly idiotic right now. What are we looking at here? Yeah, why isn't the bot in my stream? Yeah, I don't see any information about that. I do see this discovery on the queen if the knight moves. Not too useful. I do see this discovery on the rook also. Okay, so we play the check, right? We lose the knight. But then the king is overloaded. It's guarding the queen and it's guarding the rook, but it's not going to do both. So let's try it. Check. He takes my knight because it's super unguarded. And then check like this and I win the queen. Cool. Cool story, bro. Let's do it. Beautiful. Okay, let's solve one more puzzle and then let's do a puzzle for the viewers. Because you guys are awesome. By the way, you can solve puzzles yourself here on this website if you just go to Learn menu at the top, or press the Escape key. Go to lichess.org and press Escape, and then puzzles must be on here somewhere, like Training up here in the corner behind the beautiful chess pieces. Yeah, you click Training, and you can solve your own puzzles. And they're actually tailored to like the solvingness skill of yourself. So if you've just created an account or you don't have an account, then you get like average puzzles. I have super hard puzzles because my rating is 2,000, and also it used to be more, so that's too bad. Let's see what we've got here. I guess we're playing the black pieces. I figured that part out. Pretty good puzzle. Check brings the king back. Then check brings the king back this way. If you think about checking here and then checking here. That's super exciting. What else can we find? This pawn is pinned, so we could play knight here, check. Pulling the king out a little, but where does that go? If king e2, I think it's kind of getting away. What about like b3? That looks kind of fun. Maybe check first and then b3. No, it's not really checkmating. I really want to checkmate, partly because I'm not ahead in material. Queen c3, knight b3, queen a1. Someone kibitzes. Queen c3, knight b3 with the queen pinning the pawn here, so the pawn cannot capture, and so the king has to follow this way, and then queen. How do I do a new color? Wow, blue, that was awesome. So the shift and alt keys will let you do all these different colors. If you don't hold that and you right click, you get this little arrow. But then if you're holding some of those keys, you get different combinations. Nice checkmating pattern there, found by Sveningen. Congratulations. Detroit Leprechaun also found that. So I've been doing easy puzzles. That's probably my mistake since I crashed my rating down here. Easy is too easy, so we should switch to normal. But it is now time to give the viewers a puzzle. So let's do that. How do I do that? So I'm going to bring up an image, and you can't see it, but I'm going to put it in the chat. So if you're watching right now, make sure you have your chat box account created and open up the chat. I'm gonna solve one more puzzle while I give you time to do that. So I'm going to do one more puzzle here. So here's what you need to do. You need to make sure you're logged into Twitch and are able to chat in the chat. You can type test in the chat box just to make sure you can test. Because I'm going to put an image link in the chat, and then whoever clicks on that first and solves that puzzle and types in the first move to the chat box is the winner. So it's going to be a race once I do that. So I'm going to give you a moment there while I solve this normal puzzle. I was going to say moderate, but it's not. It's normal. So I see this. I've got this bishop pinned right here, so that's a pretty cool start, right? I get that pawn for free, and then the bishop can't take me, so maybe the queen comes in. And then what do I have? Well, I've got this. No, maybe not. There's two rooks guarding the back rank, so it's a little difficult to advantage myself. I have knight in. Oh, ouch. Ouch to him. These are some awesome pins. Look at that. The bishop is pinned on this diagonal. The queen is pinned on this diagonal if you turn your head sideways. And that is a beautiful checkmate. I love it. Okay, so now it's time to bring up a viewer puzzle. Here we go. Are you ready? Engine alert according to top. But I don't think we're going to have an engine. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Put it in the chat. So now I'm going to go back to view. You can see the puzzle right there. It's cut off, so let's go to this view. Actually, let's go to this view. This is the puzzle. It's white to play and win. Type your fastest and best solution. You can't spam answers, of course, because I'll put myself back on the screen. Because only your first one will be accepted. If you give a wrong answer and then a right answer, I'm going to ignore your first. I'm going to ignore you completely. Is what I'm going to do. You're going to be so ignored. I wish I could. Some answers are coming in. We've got Queen G7 from Keski Pass, which is kind of a dumb move, I think, because of the queen taking you for free. But hey, Keski Pass, you can play that. I would love to play against you in chess if you would just throw your queen away for me. Got Queen H6 from Detroit Leprechaun. We've got with Bishop H7 and Queen H7 mate, another idea. That's all we've got so far. Let's give people a little more time while I try to get the change tip working, because I really want to give you a prize for solving this. I don't think it's going to work. Why is my change tip bot not in my stream? Link. Twitch. Twitch is linked. How to send chips on Twitch. In order to tip on Twitch, the streamer will need to connect with ChangeTip. If the ChangeTip user is in the chat, then you can tip. Well, he's not in the chat. That's the problem. He's not in the chat. How to send tips on email. You can send tip to anyone on email by sending them a one-time tip link. Okay, so I'm going to send one-time tip links. So winner, you can just private message me your tip link. So we've got some answers, and look at that. Look at that right there. Queen G7, wrong, loses the queen. Queen H6, Bishop H7, great idea, but after Queen H6, king moves, and you're not making any progress. He does not have to block with his bishop, so that's not correct. Next kibitz is Queen G3. I think that's too slow. There's a better solution. Queen H6, wrong, wrong. Queen H4, AG3. I mean Queen H4, AG3. He keeps typing that. queen h4. So chess lessons is very fast, but Schwenningen is even faster because he moves queen h4 check. King has to move. Don't block with that bishop. Queen g3 check. King has to move again. And then when your queen is here, it is guarding the square. And bam! You pin that queen to the king. Beautiful pin, winning the queen. And that's what he's got with bishop c3. So he did intend that entire solution. But just as a tip there, Schwenningen, you don't have to type all that. You can just type queen h4 because obviously the only reason you would check way back there is to maneuver your queen to this square so you could pin the queen. So don't feel bad if you didn't solve that. It is a little bit tricky, but once you do see that there's this pin possible, then you might be able to find that. And you know, when I saw this puzzle, I thought, oh, of course, I'd actually play bishop c3. And I was like, oh yes, I pin the queen. And when he takes, he's moved, so then I can checkmate him. But I was not quite correct. He's still guarding g7, but that was my idea. So I blundered my bishop instead. So I did not solve this puzzle, so I don't win the prize. So here's how we give the prize to Schwenningen. When you go /message. How does this work? /W for whisper. Schwenningen, send me your email. Ha! I'm so sorry because it should just work with change tip. The change tip is not in here. So I'm going to create here my amount, which is $1. I'm sending you $1 as a prize, and I'm going to create a one-type tip link. And I just showed it on the stream, so that's super bad. So I'm going to press create another. I'm going to cancel that one. Uh-oh, this is really bad. Someone's going to steal the money. So fortunately, I have a solution for that. And my solution is to lose the money to the thief. That's not a very good solution, is it? How did I end up here in account settings? This is quite bad. Everyone in your YouTube view right now, just click on 2x and have everything go super fast because you don't want this to bore you to pieces, but unfortunately it is boring you to pieces right now. So that was bad. So I'm going to send you a message, which is happening now. Okay, you don't have to send me your email. I just sent you the tip link. Okay, so how does that work? It's Bitcoin, and I'll tell you more about it later. Let's solve another chess puzzle because this is dragging right now, and I want to keep this moving briskly. So that was cool. Congratulations to Schwenningen for solving that puzzle the quickest. All right, I sent that link over to him, and he's able to pick up the $1 worth of Bitcoin, which is internet money. My turn, find the best move for black. I think this looks pretty good because it's check. But it's not pretty good because there's nothing that comes afterward. What else? There's this move. Look at that, very threatening move. It threatens to lose the queen for nothing. That's a pretty big threat. If we look at the material here, the opponent has a bunch of knights, and I have just a bishop. So I need something serious here. I can't just win a knight and feel good about it. I'll definitely lose. Yes, there's more prizes. Don't leave. I actually think pulling the king out is the most forcing move, and then maybe queen here. If he moves back, I back right checkmate him. If he moves over again, then I have this awesome tactic. Look at this. It's like he has to choose between dying and getting his queen forked off, which is like dying later, which is just like real life. Have you ever noticed that right now you're choosing between dying now and dying later? Yeah, it's just like this chess position, and he chose die later. That was an awesome puzzle. You have to get the king on that diagonal. That's a queen right there. That was cool. Let's play another one. Then I'm going to give you guys another viewer puzzle and give away another $1 prize, so stick around for that. Of course I'm looking at this move because it's check, but look how awesome it is. Not only is it check, queen sacrifice, boom! That was cool. That was cool. Checkmate. Wow, that was cool. Look at these cool bishops. I'm excited by this puzzle. I don't know if you are not so excited, but this is really exciting for me. I just sacrificed my queen and checkmated. Usually when I sacrifice my queen, I just type oops and I click the take back button. But this sacrifice was combined with a checkmate. Much better. Okay, next puzzle here. Got some rooks and pieces. So I have 4 pawns and my opponent has 4 pawns. So it's actually an even position. So maybe this isn't a forced checkmate. Maybe it's just some clever move. But he does look like he's about to promote, so we have to be Very careful. Chess was, hey, new to this stream. Is it a good stream? I'll tell you this about this stream. This is episode 217. So, whoops, it says bye. That was funny. So you've been missing something. Check and checkmate, maybe? Or like check and checkmate. Oh, he's going to get over here, isn't he? So then how do we checkmate him? I wish I could fly my pawn up. That would be so checkmate. So I start with his check. And then I check him from behind, which sounds comfortable. Then maybe I check him this way, and he has to run up here. Then I check him this way, and he has to run here. Oh, this is fun. Then I check him this way, and he has to run here. And then, no, I can't check him anymore. Oh, yes, I can. Checkmate. Cool. Let's do it. Check. Check. Are you enjoying this, Enemy King? Because I really love checking you, and I'm doing it a lot. Checkmate! That was fun, because his king went from here to here with no stopping. That was fun. That was great. Okay, let's do another puzzle. Are you guys ready? Let's do another puzzle. So I'm going to bring up this view so you can't see what I'm doing. And here comes the puzzle. Whoever types the answer first in the chat is the winner. So let's do this. Ready, set, go. Of course, go is delayed. So let's go now to this view where everyone can see the puzzle. So this is the puzzle. First solver is the winner. It is white to move, and brilliant move right here. Queen f6 from many people, of course, because Queen f6 is a checkmate, but isn't that awesome? At first you're like, okay, what do I sacrifice? Is this winning? Is this winning? Is this winning? No, it's the obvious Queen f6 because the pawn cannot capture. And that's a beautiful checkmate right there. So the winner is Chess Lessons, Queen f6, and a lot of people were right behind, so that was really, really close. So I actually just click this button, click this button, click this button, click this button, and I click this button, and then this button, and then this button, and this button, and I send this to Chess Lessons, and he can click that and get $1. It's $1 worth of Bitcoin to the winner. For those of you just tuning in, we are giving away 3 more prizes, so don't leave unless you don't care about money, because we're giving away Bitcoin, which is like an internet currency. You can send it from one device to another. You can actually keep it on your phone, which I do. I have like $30 worth of Bitcoin on my phone, so don't steal my phone. So if I ever go to like a sandwich shop and they're like, sorry, I don't take money, only Bitcoin. This hasn't happened, but if it ever does, I'll be so ready. I'll be like, well, no problem. Scan my phone. We'll be good to go. You might wonder, how does it even work? Because can't you just make a copy of your phone and then you'll have twice as much Bitcoin, right? Now, the keys, they're called private keys, the ability to spend the Bitcoin. It's just the ability. So if you make a copy, then you have 2 abilities to spend the same money. So you could send the copy to your friend, and then you both have the ability to spend that. And then let's say your friend spends it, then your ability is gone. It's like he stole money out of your wallet. So you do have to keep it private, because if anyone takes a copy of it, they could spend it, leaving you with the keys to nothing. So that's the way that works, and why you could have that in a computer. Because when I first heard about that, I was like, well, computers, you can just copy things. So how could that even work? You can't copy money. So that's how that works. Pretty cool. So let's see. Obviously, I like this move because it's check. But let's look a little bit deeper here. We've got a bishop that can sacrifice itself for nothing, or sacrifice itself for nothing in multiple ways. I think it's going to be something a little bit more subtle. I mean, there's 4 minor pieces on the board per side, so it's an even position. White is down this pawn, but that's not too much in a chess puzzle, right? So I could take this pawn back, but there's got to be more than just taking a pawn. So let's look a little deeper here. What about, like, this is weird. Knight takes e7. Oh, and knight takes g6. You kibitzers solved it for me. Thank you, people in chat. Look at that. Discovered attack on the queen, which I like to say, huh? Oh, I'm attacking his queen. It's check and attacking the queen at the same time. Doing 2 things at once is pretty nice in chess because you only get 1 move at a time, except in that cool chess variant where you move twice in a row, which you can't play on this website, unfortunately. But since you can't, then that's a great tactic. The opponent only deals with 1 of them, like, for example, being in check in that position, and then you just nom his queen. So this looks like a very tempting position to just throw my rook away, but in this case, I don't think that would be very smart. But what about this move? That looks pretty cool, forcing him out here. Then at that point, I will check him again, which is useless. So let's not do that. I've got this check, same problem. He just gets out. I can throw away my rook. That's useless. I could check him here. This is getting interesting. He has to block with his rook. And at that point, I can then throw away my rook in exchange for winning his rook. doesn't seem effective. Anything else here? Oh, I'm so blind. What about this check? Yeah, that's pretty good. Then he goes out here. He has to go that way. And then from this position, I am having trouble. Okay, someone's telling me the answer here. Thank you. Rook d3. Rook d3, I doubt that. Oh, queen d3, of course. So queen d3. Oh, and then queen h3. Okay, that's forcing him in this way. So his rook goes up, and then his king goes behind, and then I skewer him, at least. I love it. I love it. So I was looking at one of the moves, and I was looking at the other. I just didn't combine them in my brain. But now you've done that for me. Excellent. So now I play this check, I think, just win his queen. I don't think there's any checkmates or any fancy stuff like that. So let's just take his queen for free. Puzzle failed! I'm a doofus! No! Retry that puzzle. No, there must be a checkmate. There must be a checkmate. Like with this rook, probably. Yeah. Oh, I took a queen and I should have taken a king. Took it isn't even a word. That was terrible. Let's do one more, and then we'll do a viewer puzzle. And we're going to give away another prize. Let's do it. Okay, the last puzzle, and then the viewer puzzle. So in this position, the opponent is promoting. That's very bad. So I guess we should checkmate him. Starting with this looks fun. He would be forced to capture me. Then I could check him here. Oh yeah, the pawn is pinned, so then he comes this way. And when his king is on this square, then I check him diagonal. Oh, this is great. This is great. Puzzle failed. Oh, I'm so dumb. Apparently that's not the solution. Check first, ask questions afterward. Look at that. Look at that. This is the solution. Check with the knight first. Because if you pull his king out in here and then you just stop calculating, you're like, well, his king's on the 4th rank. I guess I win. Not always the case if you just sacrificed half of your pieces, which aren't pawns or kings. Because if you have a queen and a knight, that was half your pieces in total quantity. So let's do another viewer puzzle here. That was awesome. Get ready. Get ready. Bam. There's a link in the chat. Click that link as fast as you can. And type in the one move solution to this puzzle. This one is not too easy, but it's not too hard either. So we're looking at a kind of an endgame, balanced position, 5 pawns, 5 pawns. If you don't want to know the answer right now, maybe you should pause the YouTube video, unless you're not on YouTube, then don't. Let's give a moment for answers to come in. You look at what obviously forcing moves you can do, like, wow, is that cool? No. Is that cool? No. Is this kind of cool? All right, at least it's a threat. At least this is a check. But the winning move from Super Bueb, Rondep, is in the house. Guys, Rondep's been gone for like 10 episodes. I'm so glad he's come back here to own the show, because this is a 4 king has to take, and then you pin that rook. Beautiful solution, Rondep. I must say, that was absolutely beautiful. Create another. I'm going to give Rondep $1 worth of Bitcoin here. Here you go, whisper to Super Bueb. And he's the winner. G4 is the answer. That was a beautiful find right there. This is just so artistic because you're looking at an endgame and there's not much there. And then all of a sudden, you can fork him with a piece that's not even guarded. I mean, it's like an insult. You're sitting there at a chessboard, you're like your mom, bag over your head, kind of stuff, and then all of a sudden forked and the piece isn't guarded. It's the same idea. It's not even a piece, it's a pawn. Pieces are not pawns. That was fun. Let's do another puzzle over here. Let's see, Chess Whiz solving this puzzle. Obviously I want to fork him in the face, but let's see what's after that. After king move, I got the double check. And then if he goes this way, queen here is checkmate, but what if he goes back again? What if he goes back again this way? Okay, so then I could, oh yeah, beautiful smothers mate. Check this out. Fork, but it doesn't matter because I'd rather have his king. Double check. Double check, guys, is where 2 pieces check at the same time. The queen is checking and the rook. That's not a rook. At the same time, so you have to move your king. Usually to get out of check, you could move your king or block the checking piece or take the checking piece. Not in double check. There is no single piece to block or take, so you have to move the king. Now this beautiful check forcing Smoothers checkmate. I love it. Beautiful. All right, let's do this. Superweb says, thanks for the $1. Sorry for being gone. There were things. I agree with that. Totally true. So he's picking up $1 worth of Bitcoin. If you want some, stick around because we're going to do 2 more puzzles before the show is over, and you don't want to miss that. Queen h5 looks like a nice threat of checkmate. What's going to happen if I play that? I'm going to win is what's going to happen. No, he's going to play g6, of course. Then how do I own that with knight takes g6 check? No, bishop takes. Yeah, bishop takes. Still threatening the checkmate. If he takes, then I've got the check, winning his queen. Pretty cool. Okay, or maybe knight takes first. Let's start with this and then think about it. Okay, so g6. Do we take with knight, forking him? No, we take with bishop. Awesome move. Now he just walks into this awesome fork because I'm awesome, and so since I'm awesome and he's playing against Mr. Awesome, he has to awesomely get his queen forked off. That was pretty fun, taking his queen with a knight. I love doing that. Let's do another puzzle, and then we'll give away another prize. All right, b3, pretty tempting. Attacking that pinned rook. But I am down a knight for a pawn, so maybe that's not enough to win, but it sure looks good. What about some checkmates here? I've got check, queen blocks, nothing. So let's try b3. Very good. He's coming back. So what do we do? Take with the pawn, take with the queen, or something else? I think we just take that with the pawn. This is looking pretty good. We're ahead of the exchange. What do I do now? I should win his queen. Look at this move. Check. Removing the defender. That's a technical term in chess. It's just like overloading is where you got two things to do and you can only do one. Removing the defender is where you've got one thing to do and you can't do it at all. So this poor king needs to defend the queen, but he can't. So thanks for the queen. Delicious queen. Enjoyed you so much. Nom, nom, nom. Let's do another viewer puzzle. This one is a little bit interesting. So hope you enjoy it. Get ready. Get ready. First typer in the chat to the solution of this puzzle is going to win $1 worth of Bitcoin. I'm giving it away right now on the internet. I've put that in the chat. Now let's let the YouTube viewers and everybody else see the puzzle. White to move and be awesome. It's not immediately clear what you should do here at all. I mean, you each have a queen, you have rooks, he's ahead a pawn, 5 pawns to 4. You've got a pass pawn. Oh, we got some answers coming in. Ron Depp takes it. Oh, that was so close. It was like half a second apart where Ron Depp is like, rook b3, and then Gzouts is f7 because that's a move, and then Schwenningen so close. This was like less than half a second, and then rook c6, rook c3. Cool idea. Stucktown TV is just not the solution. The correct answer is rook b3. Detroit Leprechaun got it as well. It's not easy to see. This is not an easy puzzle, so good job, Ron Depp, for winning this one as well. Rook b3, attacking the queen. If the queen moves, which she should, so as to not die, right, then you've got a winning checkmate down there. I'm not going to go into the details. But obviously you just take that rook for free, but the queen dies totally dead. Not even like partly, because this pawn is so pinned. Pinned! Wow. And the pawn cannot recapture. That would leave the opponent in check. So what do we have? I think I do want to look at that little sequence there. Queen has to move because this pawn's guarding the rook. We've got check right here. King has to come out. Then we've got check right here. King maybe is running some more, like the problems. So here, if here, then I think you can just win a queen for a rook this way. So let's try out here. At least that's guarded twice now with less valuable things. But then we have another winning move. Let's see. What do we play? Check maybe here, and then king back, and then check, and then what am I doing? I think I should rewind this thing. Okay, let's checkmate this guy. How do we do this? Oh, let's give Ron Depp his prize first. /W. It's going to whisper him another URL that's going to give him $1. Super Bueb. Bam! He just got his $1 right there. Oh no, Imgur is banned in your country. That's super bad luck. So rook e1. You cannot play rook e1 here because the queen's guarding it, so I'm an idiot. But in other news, how do you win this? Maybe you need to start with queen in. Yeah, queen b8 check, right? Queen b8 check, king out, and then rook here check, forcing king out. Man, I can't checkmate this guy. Queen e4 check is being suggested, but that was back here. Check, check, queen e4 check. Yeah, this is good, right? So if he goes this way, then you've got check and checkmate with your queen like that. And if he takes here, you can utilize the rook on a square. The queen does not take for free. Beautiful utilization. From there, you've got maybe a check here. His only move is to get out of check. And then you've got some diagonally checks. Yeah. Bam! Just like that, checkmate. Let's go back to the trainings and solve 1 or 2 more puzzles. Then we're going to do one final giveaway, $1, and Ron Depp. You guys got to beat Ron Depp because he's taken 2 of the prizes so far, and he might take the last one as well. So fast solving is what I want to see on the part of everyone who's not Ron Depp. Let's do this. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Just look at that. It's like, whoa, the knight is guarding E1. Hold on, guys. I've got a problem. Sacktown TV is following me. Look out. My watch told me that, Sacktown. So that's pretty cool, right? I mean, not every day. The streamer finds out on his watch. Yeah, that was cool. Take the knight. It's so slow. I mean, maybe. That's dumb. Let's do something way more exciting. Way more stupid, I mean. You know what? I like this check. This intermezzo right here. Bam! Sacrifice all the things and still checkmate him. Beautiful. I hope you guys followed along on that puzzle and solved that as well. Queen takes rook is so forcing. You've got to analyze that, even if it's just a loss of a queen. Even just because it's so forcing, you should look at what you can do with it. And there are just enough weaknesses on the black king there that we could just checkmate him. That was pretty cool. We've got this take. Interesting. Does nothing. We're down by 2 pieces, so let's not trade. We've got this. Similar problems. Does nothing. We've got this move. Does nothing. Uh-oh, this is not looking good. What about E2? Queen takes H2. Queen takes. Takes out. King up. Check. Bam! No, but what if he blocks with his queen, and I take that and he takes it, and his king can stop the pawn, and he's ahead by 2 pieces. That won't work. Okay, so if queen here, he captures back, and then here, so my rook is here, his queen is here, he plays his queen back, then I push all. Look at this ownage of owning. Okay, so he didn't even play queen g1 because it would be so humiliating after I played e2. There's nothing he can do to prevent me from getting another queen on the board. So he just would rather get skewered. So he chooses to be skewered, but it's no good. I just take this for free instead. They're both bad for him. Beautiful. So in this position, it's not super easy to win, but it's still easy to win because, you know, it's rook against knight and bishop, but this pawn is really valuable. Plus, you've got these 2 pawns, which are going to be a problem. So this is definitely a win for black. Okay, ready for the final puzzle. Let's do it. Final puzzle. Putting this in the... Oh, I just showed it on the stream. That's no problem. I just have to put it also in the link. There we go. Click that link. Type in your fastest solution. What do I do here? Oh, yeah, here we go. Perfect. Perfect. All right, so this is white to move and win. You only have to type the first move, so good luck, have fun. Let's see what we've got here. We look for forcing moves first. This is forcing. The queen will take back. And then what do you have? Well, you have some knight. There's no checks there. We've got bishop takes e6 being shouted out by many people. Look at this chat flying. Look at this. There's me sending the image. And then bishop e6, bishop e6, bishop e36. I don't know what that is. Knight d7, knight d7, smiley. Bishop e6, knight d7, knight g4. I love the different solutions, but unfortunately, there's only one solution. And now I will tell you what it is. So if bishop e6, queen takes, there is nothing there. You cannot win any material or checkmate or anything. So that's not the right answer. However, the next answer here, knight d7 by Chess Prophet, although he probably didn't see all the way through, you guys are correct. Chess Prophet is the winner. So let's change tip. Let's change tip this right now. $1 sent to Chess Prophet. Congratulations, and I'm so glad you beat Ronda because you deserve to. There's $1 of Bitcoin for you, and let's see what the solution is. So knight d7, forking these 2 pieces. Black obviously needs to capture the knight so that he doesn't lose the exchange, but he can't take with the bishop because of this nasty pin that would leave him in check. So he has to take with knight. Now the beautiful move, check. Actually, it's queen takes. Check with the queen, forking off the knight. Now, if black just saves his king, then you take the knight as well. So you actually won 2 pieces because you took the bishop on e6 and you took the knight on d7. So you're ahead a piece. It's a subtle puzzle because it's not a checkmate. You're just winning a piece. But it doesn't get much better after the queen trade because the knight is still being forked by a diagonally moving piece. That is not easy to solve. Black's best move is actually rook f7, guarding the knight, because the knight is worth 3 points, if you guys remember back to the values of the pieces, whereas the rook being 5 and the bishop being 3, this is better for black to lose bishop for rook. That's called the exchange because it happens so often, a minor piece, knight or bishop for a rook. And so here, black only lost 2 points worth because he lost a 5 for a 2. The difference is 3. But still pretty bad for black. He's got 2 minor pieces against 1 minor piece and a rook. So this is a win for white, and that's basically the best that black can do. So congratulations to Chess Prophet, and I hope that you saw that, because if you just threw out that first blunderous move, 97, and then had nothing to show for it, you win anyway. So that was interesting. Interesting. Okay, so that's everything. That's all the things. I'll solve one more puzzle here because I love solving puzzles. By the way, next episode on Saturday, we're having a huge Crazy House tournament. And by that, I mean really, really huge. It's going to be huge. It's going to be Crazy House. There's big prizes. The prize pool is over $100 US dollars. So don't miss out. Even if you're like a mediocre Crazy House player, you could get lucky because these tournaments are like random pairings and anyone could get a heart attack and disconnect at any time. So anything could happen. I kind of like this move just because it's so interesting, but that's probably not right. If I take this, what about this? I don't see the right move here. Bishop g1 is being kibbutzed. Oh, I love it. I love it. Oh, yes, look at that. So nice. You're threatening checkmate with this move. So, of course, he has to deal with that. And then you just pick up his queen free. Discovery. Nice, nice. Thank you for telling me the answer there, Chess Prophet. He says beginner's luck, 97, and then he just tells me the answer to this puzzle. So, by the way, you definitely want to do this. Go to this website, lichess.org, hit the escape key, and go to tournament. And then right down here, Chess Whiz Cup 3. You definitely want to play in this. $63 for first place, 31 and 10. It's in Bitcoin, but you can easily convert that to real money in your local currency. It's an easy way to transmit the money over the internet. And the website at chesswiz.tv, you can see my URL up there, now has a thing for that, except it doesn't because I'm streaming right now. When I stop streaming, then you can go to this website and you can see a little indicator for that, so that's pretty cool. So I hope to see you next time on Saturday for that enormous tournament. It's going to be a long tournament. It's 90 minutes long, but I'm worrying to get those shorter. So make sure you've got the 90 minutes to play. If you play for 60, you can have a lot of fun, but you probably can't win the tournament. So I hope you enjoyed those puzzles. I'll let you know that I stream 3 times a week right now. I stream 3 times a week. Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday at 4 p.m. GMT. This has been Chess Whiz TV. Thanks for watching.